and we're about to find out the future of the modern-day Burnber of Australian racing, Chautauqua. Elite Drake in. Here we go. And he stood there. He didn't come out. He refuses to leave the barrier. Tommy Berry has given up on him. Chautauqua is still in the gates. He has refused to come out.
Imagine this. Randwick Racecourse, Sydney. Tens of thousands holding their breath. The gates crash open. 11 horses explode forward. But one doesn't move. A 6-time Group 1 champion, a horse who once flew like lightning, just stands there. The commentators freeze. And Chautauqua, he's refused to jump. This wasn't fear. This wasn't injury. This wasn't confusion. This was a decision. This is the story of Chautauqua, the gray flash, the sprinting superstar, the horse who conquered the world. And then, one day, simply said, no more. Chautauqua was foaled on September 20th, 2010 in Australia. A dappled gray colt, steel-colored coat, eyes sharp and alert. He was sired by Encosta de Lago, one of Australia's elite stallions. His dam, Lovely Jubilee, carried strength and stamina. On paper, he had the pedigree, but pedigree doesn't guarantee greatness. Trained by the legendary Hawks family, John, Michael, and Wayne, Chautauqua didn't arrive as a superstar. He was quiet, observant, almost calculating. Even in early gallops, something was different. He didn't waste energy. He waited, and when asked, he accelerated like a storm breaking across the sky. They called him the Gray Flash. Most sprinters break like rockets. Not Chautauqua. He would jump out and drop to the back, last, sometimes 10 lengths off the lead. Fans would panic, commentators would doubt, but those who knew him understood. This was his theater. He hunted. His leaders battled in front, burning fuel, pushing pace. Chautauqua waited. Then, at the top of the straight, boom! A devastating burst. His stride lengthened, his gray body blurred. Rivals disappeared behind him. Crowds erupted every time. Here comes Chautauqua. It wasn't just speed, it was timing, precision, intelligence. He didn't chase races, he calculated them. Then came Randwick, the T.J. Smith Stakes. Group 1 level, elite company. 2015, he stormed home. 2016, he did it again. 2017, history. 3 straight T.J. Smith Stakes victories.
The Darley T.J. Smith Stakes. Can Chautauqua create history with a third win? They're all set and they're off and racing. And a great line out, the favourite, Russian Revolution, the first into stride. Fell Swoop jumped very well, so did Malaguira. And Japanismus right up with the leaders. English a lot closer in 5th. Followed then by a Stern from Target Inside. Tavachi's deeper out. Then came Voodoo Lad from Rock Magic. Well back in the field there is Terra Vista as they find their positions. Darren the outside. Further back then to Spieth, Rebel Dane. Chautauqua's 2 lengths behind them last. It's Russian Revolution in front from Fell Swoop. Then Malaguira. English is creeping closer on the fence. Further back to Japanismus has come off the bridle. They're followed by Target Inside Stern. It's being revved up. Then came Tavachi from Voodoo Lad. Darren's out very deep. Chautauqua still last. Fell Swoop goes up the inside of Russian Revolution. Stride for stride. Fell Swoop, Russian Revolution. English comes off heels and the mare is starting to let down. English goes after Fell Swoop. Russian Revolution's run his race. Further back to Voodoo Lad. It's English and Fell Swoop fighting it out. Chautauqua very late. It's English a half length in front. Can he do it? Chautauqua, he's flying. Yes, there's history. Chautauqua makes it 3 in a row. That is unbelievable. He got up to beat English and fell swoop. Then Tavachi, Voodoo Lad, Russian Revolution, Malaguera, Darren Rebel Dane, a stern Japanese Maspieth, Rock Magic, Target in sight, Terra Vista. Told me that's not one of the greatest moments here at Randwick. Chautauqua's come from last. My goodness. His best win. They just haven't been doing that here today.
A hat trick of dominance. Only true champions win once. Legends win 3. But he didn't stop there. He conquered the Chairman's Sprint Prize in Hong Kong.
Stand by for the Chairman's Sprint Prize. Race 7 Sha Tin set. And they're off, and Chautauqua was clearly the slowest out of the gates. Mongolian Saturday away quickly with Penophobia. Aero Velocity's charging across. Super Jockey, Not Listening to Me. Strathmore, Lucky Bubbles in behind the pace with Gold Fun. It's a frantic speed up front. Getting back is Amazing Kids with Charles the Great. The Wizard of Oz is third last. A length then to Divine Boy, and 2 lengths away last of all is Chautauqua. He's a dozen lengths from the pace, and the pace is hot with Buffering driving through to lead now with Penophobia. Aero Velocity's out 3 wide. Super Jockey, Mongolian Saturday, Not Listening to Me, Strathmore, Lucky Bubbles, Amazing Kids, The Wizard of Oz, followed by Gold Fun, Charles the Great, and now Berry unleashes the champ. Chautauqua to the middle part of the track. Penophobia tackled Buffering with Aero Velocity. Aero Velocity put his head in front from Penophobia. Strathmore, then Not Listening to Me, Lucky Bubbles. Chautauqua is winding up. Aero Velocity joined by Strathmore, Lucky Bubbles. Chautauqua still coming. Going to the lead, Lucky Bubbles. Chautauqua, here he comes, the Thunder down under. Chautauqua race to the lead. What a champion! Chautauqua beat Lucky Bubbles. Third place was a Strathmore.
The Monacato Stakes, the Lightning Stakes, 6 Group 1 victories, over $8.8 million in prize money, 32 starts, 13 wins, and every victory felt like a movie climax. He raced in navy blue silks with a yellow lightning bolt, as if the uniform knew who he was. Inside the stable, they called him Sharky. On the track, he was untouchable. But brilliance often carries complexity. By late 2017, something shifted. After a strong run in the Darley Classic, Chautauqua went to barrier trials, practice runs, routine. The gates opened. He didn't move. At first, people laughed. A glitch. Next trial. Gates open. He stands still. Third time. Fourth. Fifth. 7 refusals. The champion, who once exploded from the gates, now refused to leave them. Veterinarians examined him. No injury, no pain, no physical issue. Trainers adjusted gear, changed routines, tried new tactics. Nothing worked. He simply chose not to run. The most shocking moment came at the Valley. Crowds gathered to see if the gray flash would return. The gates opened, the field surged forward, and Chautauqua stood there, motionless. The crowd gasped. Then silence. It was surreal, a 6-time Group 1 winner defying the system that made him famous. Was it fatigue, burnout, a welfare issue, or something deeper? Some believed he was mentally done. Others said he was too intelligent, aware enough to choose. His owner, Rupert Lay, said something powerful. You can lead a horse to the line, but you can't make him move. And that was the truth. Force has limits, even in elite sport. In September 2018, the decision was made. Chautauqua would retire. Not injured, not defeated, but finished. Finished because he decided he was. He moved to Living Legends, a sanctuary for retired champions. There, he found a new rhythm: dressage, show jumping, calm paddocks, curious visitors. The once explosive gray Flash became a gentle giant. Handlers described him as interactive, intelligent, opinionated. He didn't want the chaos anymore, but he still loved engagement. He didn't lose his fire, he just redirected it. Chautauqua's story isn't just about racing. It's about agency. In a sport built on speed and obedience, one champion showed personality. He reminded the world, horses aren't machines, champions aren't robots, and greatness doesn't erase individuality. He didn't fade away. He made a statement, and somehow that made him even bigger.
When you think of racing legends, you think of speed, records, trophies, but Chautauqua gave us something rarer. He gave us mystery, he gave us theater, and in the end, he gave us a lesson. Sometimes the greatest victory is knowing when to stop. The next time you hear gates crash open, remember the gray Flash, the horse who conquered the world, and then chose peace. If you loved this story of racing's most defiant legend, hit like, subscribe, and join me for more untold stories from the world of champions. Because sometimes, the most powerful move is not moving at all.